Hey guys, what's up? It's Mo Brewster with the Post Up News. You guys know you can follow me on IG at Miss A Till Doll. Of course, you guys know you can follow me on Facebook at Mo Clark, Mo Clark, Mo Clark. And of course, you can also follow us on IG at the Post Up News. That's DAPOST Up News. And I am in the building with my little sis today, Kiara Nicole. And we are just sitting here, honey. I'm coming to get the tea on this song, Arguments, okay? I just told her I was actually twerking to the song. Don't think I was supposed to be doing it. But anyway, hey girl, hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. So I want to just jump right into it. So tell me about the song Arguments. Did you actually write that track?
I did. I got the beat from DDG, but I wrote all the lyrics. So, yeah. It's
So were you going through a relationship breakup or were you stemming because sometimes people write songs from their friends,
Yeah.
experiences. So
Yeah.
was this from one of your own experiences?
um it was. I wrote it and I kind of spoke some things into existence. But I had wrote it from experience from, just talking to this guy.
Now, how long have you actually been singing?
I've been singing since I was about 8 years old. I started singing when I grew up in the church. So my dad is a pastor. So that kind of just led me right into it.
Ah, your dad was a pastor. Okay, so what was that like growing up in the house for you?
Well, it was something. I mean, when I was younger, it wasn't really a big deal because I didn't write. As when I was young, I started writing when I was 13. But I mean, it was cool. Just you got to move a certain way. Being a preacher's kid, you got to be respectful, be presentable. Just when you leave the house, the business stays in the house. You're a pal. You're this. You have high standards. So.
So, of course, the track Arguments it's not a gospel track, obviously.
Right.
So, how did your parents feel about you gearing more towards the secular music and not towards gospel?
They don't mind it. It's just kind of like do what you feel is best. I have another brother that's in the music industry. He does secular music too. So I mean, it's kind of just like as long as you don't forget God, and as long as you give God all the glory, then that's good enough. So.
And she actually has an EP coming out. So, tell us a little bit about the EP.
My EP, my next EP is Dear Diary. So, just by the title, it just sounds dope. But it's about, just letters that girls write in their diaries that, most people, or a journal if you have a journal, that you don't normally tell people. Just you put it in a song to whoever, and then you just say how you feel, you express it.
Now, we had a little off camera talk earlier, and I'm going to circle back to Arguments because you were mentioning that Arguments is actually on Spotify. So, what kind of, vibe are you getting and the, feedback are you getting from the song on Spotify?
I'm getting ridiculous feedback from Arguments. I'm getting, what's the storyline behind it? What made you be inspired to write it? They like the vibe, they like the feeling, they like the girls love that they could connect to it. They're just like, yes, this is me right now. I'm like, oh yeah, me too. So, the fact that people could connect to my music and I could connect to them through music is pretty dope.
And she let me in on a little secret not too long ago is that Arguments actually has a remix, which she didn't send that to me, but little birdie went ahead and let me hear that. And so she has brought somebody with her that is very special that is actually on the remix, the Arguments. I don't know how to introduce him. I'm just gonna say she brought Steve with her. Steve, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, so you were mentioning that you actually just got on this track as a favor for her and that you actually don't do vocals, but I gotta know, did you freestyle that?
I would say about 60-70% of it was a freestyle. Well, literally, it happened in the kitchen, and that first line, it's like you don't want to argue, but you cussing and shit. It's literally because it had just happened, not even a week before, and from there, it just kind of all flowed naturally.
So we were talking And you said you really don't feel like a rapper. So Beyonce actually has Sasha Fierce. She has her alter ego. So does Steve have an alter ego when he gets in the booth?
Um, it's funny you say that. I actually chose the name Steve because when everything was happening, I didn't know what to say it was gonna be, and I was like, I go by Steve.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just use Steve for everything?
So when you get in the booth and you lay down your vocals, do you feel like you turn into somebody else?
It's still a foreign concept to me. Like I'm actually about to go into a booth for what? Like I literally just started in November, so with me doing my first track in November, and now I'm sitting down doing an interview with you. It's like, okay, I guess this is actually making some headway. Maybe I should take it seriously.
Now, what made you decide to get on the track Argument? Like, was it this is a girl song, but I think I can add something to it, or?
I think it was funny because we were in the kitchen just kicking. I was hearing her like laying down the vocals for the first one. I'm like, oh, that's a dope song. Well, I don't hear how niggas feel about this. Like, at no point did I hear all the bullshit we deal with that nobody ever brings up. So when I was rapping, it just kind of came to.
You know what? That's crazy because as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, that would actually be a dope concept to do an album together and give the male perspective and give the female perspective, kind of like a question answer thing. And just do like that would be dope. Like I know you're your own artist, and Steve don't know if he want to be an artist right now, but that's something that we don't see. Of course, we see the Jay and the Beyonce, and God forbid, Cardi and Offset. They're doing their thing, but relationship songs, that's something that everybody can relate to, and I think that's something that will definitely get a lot of airplay. So with that being said, what do you feel like is your what do you want to where do you want to take this?
Well, right now I am getting a lot of people that are in relationships that are either going through a situationship or whatever they want to call it. So it's like right now it's just the EP that I just dropped, Where Are We Going? It fits a lot of people, so I'm getting I'm getting, this is what I've been going through, and this is this, and I can relate to this song because of this, and I'm like, okay. So I had another EP that I'm dropping, but I'm like, maybe I need to just skip right on to another section because this EP and Arguments it's going really good. I mean, people like it.
So I gotta know, because there are a lot of artists out there. They will push the same track for like years. You know what I mean? Because they feel like you have to get the traction to make it catch on. But you're being versatile and you're switching. So what's making you switch? What's the fear of not having something catch on?
Just the feedback, I would say, just like not knowing kind of just how I want everything to like balance out. I don't want the audience to just go away. Like if I'm capturing you right here, I want it to be, okay, how deep can I go with y'all? Like how deep is this? Because it's deep. I'm like, okay, so I'm in the middle. I'm still trying to figure it out, what's making me switch. But the feedback.
Now, you're very young, and you're putting out these ballads in the relationship tracks. Any twerk music? Any party music for the young people?
It's coming for the summer 2019. I'm actually releasing some little Caribbean vibes, a little island, a little island mix. I got a lot of new upbeat tempo twerk vibes, summer vibes coming for everybody because everybody's been asking. So I will deliver.
So I'm gonna ask this on camera as well. When can we expect a video, a collabo? Like what we doing? Because that would be a bad reference to use right now. But you guys remember when R. Kelly did the video with Sparkle, the Be Careful, where it was like a question and answer video. I'm just saying, you missed that one?
Oh wow.
I mean, it was like the only joint Sparkle had.
Yeah, it was.
It was like her only track. But what
Um,
about that? Like, are you working on a video or?
we're working on it. It's coming. It's coming really soon. I know everybody's been asking, so it's coming. We do have a video coming. I'll say give us like about 2 months.
Okay.
So
Because this Georgia weather is so disrespectful. Y'all see my hair? Oh my God. That wind ate me up. I don't blame you. Wait a couple of months.
Right.
But you mentioned that you actually relocated from Los Angeles. What was the transition? What made you, because most people leave here and go there, or leave other
Yeah.
places and go there.
It was a lot of it was a lot of reasons. The main one was my sister. My sister, she lived out here in Atlanta. She left when I was in high school. And so we had a really huge connection, and I was just like, you can't go. So when I graduated, I wanted to come and be here. And then I started working with YouTubers, KingImprint and Lavado, and then they lived out here. So I was like, okay, me transitioning into music and being with people that I need to be with, they're out here. So then I came out here, and then I kind of just stayed. So I was just like, okay, Then I went back, and then I came back here. So I'm like, okay.
And how did you two actually link up to collaborate? You and I Am Steve.
Oh, you want to tell?
Sure, why not? Long story, but we'll make it short. One of my friends was actually at my house just kind of kicking it, and he's like looking over the balcony like, oh man, who are they downstairs? They're amazing. I'm like, dude, they're girls. What are you saying? Like he's like, yo, we gotta go see him, gotta talk to him. I'm like, dude, take your ass downstairs and say hello. So, long story short, we end up going down and introducing ourselves, and she's like, yeah, I'm about to go to this event. I was like, oh, okay, well, enjoy your event. We'll hopefully catch up with you some other time. And one thing led to the next, and then next thing you know, one day she's in my kitchen singing a song, and I'm like, okay, so where's the niggas at in this again? And now we have arguments and a few other tracks that we've done together. So I guess it was meant to be.
Now, where are you originally from?
I am originally from Atlanta.
Have you ever dabbled in music before, Kiara?
No. It's funny, I have a lot of friends in the music industry, some big names, some not, but never thought about taking it seriously or considering it at any point. I never wanted the artist struggle. So like I call it, like every other person in Atlanta wants to be I'm like, all y'all can be broke and live your best life, and I'm going to actually be successful and live mine. So
Now, let me ask you, because I heard you on, I haven't heard the second track, the Where Do We Go From Here, right? Yeah, and he's on that track as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard the remix to Arguments. You're on there. The flow is sick, right? It seems like it's something that comes natural to you. So you sure, like when you were a kid, you weren't ever like rapping Lil Bow Wow or something? And
no, the closest thing to that is I was like a professional shit talker growing up. Professional. Like I used to stay getting in trouble for talking shit. So like every day on the bus on the way to school, we would just like freestyle. And when we freestyle, we'd be talking shit about each other. So we'd be talking about people's mamas, people's clothes, the bus driver. I got kicked off the bus 3 or 4 times for talking about the bus driver, like suspended, genuinely, like had to find a ride to school. But that was the extent of my music. Like we'd be in the bus remixing Kelly, Nelly, or Lil Wayne or something. And I just left it alone after that because, like I said, I was pursuing other things that would actually generate for me.
now, have any of your friends or family actually heard you on Kiara's track?
Yeah, a few have. All of them were shocked, surprised. They were like, dang. But at the same time, they could understand it because for me, I've always been a person that was good at, I guess, portraying my point of view or my perspective. So when they actually heard me heard that I was rapping, they were like, I can see you doing that. It makes sense because you never lose an argument. There you
A man that never loses an argument. Who knew?
be good or be good at it.
So, Kiara, do you have any, since you're in Atlanta, you're new, is there anybody out there that you are hoping to work with?
I mean, just Asian doll. Asian doll. Asian doll. Just little bit of everybody. I mean, it's not no one. I'm just going with the flow.
Okay. So before we get out of here, y'all, Steve ain't got no social media because I was going to say, why don't y'all tell everybody where to find you at? So I'm just going, Kiara, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at, where they can find your music at before we get up out of here?
You can find my music on Spotify, Kiara Nicole. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Your Girl Kiki. It's 2 eyes. So, it'll probably be a little bit difficult. I have a Twitter, so Kiara Nicole Music. Steve, we got the same social media, so you can find him where you can find me until he can create. But his stuff will be on my stuff too. So.
Okay, well, you guys know who it is. It's your girl, Miss ATL Doll, with the Post Up News. You can find me on Instagram at Miss ATL Doll. You can also follow me on the Post Up News. That's DAPOST Up News. Shout out to my cameraman, AG Brewster, on the camera back there. And you know where you can find him at. You can find him where you can find me at too, y'all. We up out of here. Bye.